Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Marketing Checklist Viewcast. We're Sharyn and Hank Yuloff from Yuloff Creative Marketing Solutions. When you're looking to solve your sales, your marketing, your HR challenges, we are the small business coaches that you call.
On this Viewcast, you will meet and learn from successful entrepreneurs who are out there making it happen right now.
Yep, here's how it works. If you've watched other episodes, you know that we have pre-sent the questions to our guests. They have pre-answered the questions. So we kind of know what they're going to say, so we can give you the very best information that you can use to build your business.
And here's the kicker. The interview itself will be just 7 minutes, 21 seconds.
Let's see, 7:20. That's our anniversary.
You are correct. That is our anniversary.
Cool. Why don't we get started? Would you introduce our wonderful guest?
Yes. So our guest today is Christy Moody from Soleil Sunwear. Welcome in, Christy.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. All right. Keeping in mind that we only have a 3-story building, what is your elevator story?
Okay, my elevator story is that I created a line of sun protective clothing for women because I could not find on the market what I wanted to wear when I went hiking and when I was outside in the sun. So I created a line of super soft, very comfortable, very lightweight sun protective clothing that I could wear wherever I went all day long and feel safeguarded and protected and comfortable and cool, and that looked chic.
Awesome. So is there more to your business than that, or did we kind of cover it in that little bit?
I think that's pretty much it. I can talk about the apparel and the accessories, but it's ultimately apparel and accessories, which is gloves, scarves, and things to wear on your body.
Fabulous.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go with one real quick question. Available online, yes?
Correct.
And available in stores anywhere?
One store on Montana Avenue in Santa Monica.
Okay, so
Awesome.
if you're in Southern Cal, if you're in Los Angeles, go to Santa Monica. Otherwise, we're going to get you to a website.
You'll have loads of fun on Montana Avenue anyway.
Yes, agreed.
All right. Why should our listeners flock to you?
Well, if you're like me and you love to be outside, personally, my mental health is compromised if I don't spend time outside in nature. And I didn't want to compromise my skin or choose between my skin or potentially getting skin cancer and my mental health and being outside and enjoying the bounty of nature. So I would say flock to soleilsunwear.com if you want super soft, lightweight, comfortable, and fashionable sun protective clothing. And accessories. I also have scarves and gloves. If you just want something simple to throw on in your car, I've got that too.
Awesome. And listeners, no worries. That URL will be in the show notes. Don't worry. What tips could you give to our listeners, Christy?
Tips I could give to your listeners. Okay, if you are like me again and you love being outside, but you only wear sunscreen, let me tell you, you are probably not wearing enough of it. You have to apply 50 UPF every 2 hours and quite amply on your skin in order to truly protect yourself. It's still only going to protect you from 98% of the sun's rays. It's great. It's important. I wear it every single day, but a physical block that you don't have to reapply is really essential too. And that's why I highly recommend my own sun protective clothing or any sun protective clothing that you can get your mitts on. It'll really make the difference in both the quality of your skin, but also the quality of your life, because skin cancer affects about 1 in 5 Americans.
Yeah,
I think a new accessory she's going to sell her mitts.
Mitts?
Yes.
Mitts?
Yeah, you should just say if you can get your mitts on them.
Oh,
that's so funny because
there's somebody out there watching this that just started laughing, and they're.
That's
I've already got mitts, Hank.
Okay.
Good job. What's an amusing job title for you, Christy?
All right. I learned this title, and forgive me for Frenchifying this podcast, but I am a Francophile and a diehard fan of the French language. So a word that I saw in someone else's signature that I've adopted for myself is débrouilleuse. And a débrouilleuse is somebody who just figures it out along the way. It's someone who every time something comes your way, you're like, I don't know how to do this, but I'll figure it out. Because starting a business is very much like that. You can't possibly predict what's down the road. And you're constantly, I'm sure you're nodding because you know what I'm talking about, listeners and my interviewers. You just got to figure it out as you go.
Definitely, definitely. What are the most common questions that people ask you about your business?
The most common question I get is, oh, did you have a skin cancer scare? And I'm very fortunate that I have not had a skin cancer scare, but it is something that a lot of people think about, worry about, know someone who's been affected by. And certainly other founders of other sun protective clothing have had diagnoses, and a lot of my customers as well. So that actually brought a lot of awareness for me and for others that I work with, that, oh, it's not just about vanity. Skin cancer is a real thing that affects a lot of people, and you really do need to be extra careful, especially when you live in a place like Arizona or California or Florida or anywhere where the sun is shining 365 days a year practically. It's really easy to let it slip and not wear sunscreen all the time or not wear sun protective clothing all the time. So that's the most common question I get, and I'm very fortunate to be able to say no to this day.
Sharyn lovingly asks me all the time, would you like some sunscreen, sweetie?
That's love.
I'd love some. Thank you.
He would like to keep you around.
I would.
So what was the most unexpected thing you've had happen to you in your business?
Very early on, I learned that people did not want my business. And by people, I mean manufacturers. So as a small business owner, I had never worked in fashion before, and I didn't know how to sew. So I debrouilled my way through this. But I thought that people would be open arms. Yes, let me manufacture your clothing for you. I give you clothes, you give me a check. It's a win-win. We're all in business together. No, they don't want small entrepreneurs like me because we have low quantities and high demands. They want big customers that know what they're doing and that trust the supplier to get their jobs done. So it took me a while to find a manufacturer that was willing to take on a new small business.
Huh. We should chat. I may be able to help you. What's your favorite business tool that helps you get things done?
My favorite business tool that helps me get things done besides email? That is a very good question.
I can give you your answer.
Would you please?
You innovate the heck out of things.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's true. That's true.
See, listeners, and that's why we have their answers so we can help them out.
Have you got any other answers, please? I'm all ears.
What is the what's the best? Yeah. What's the most fitting four-letter word that describes you and your business?
Okay, this was literally the hardest question you asked me, because I know a lot of four-letter words, and I'm sure everyone tells you I can't use on the show, but heat felt appropriate because usually when you're wearing my sun protective clothing, you're out in the hot sun. And just a quick marker of differentiation, you know, you can wear what you're wearing right now, a sweatshirt, and be sun protected. You don't have to wear sun protective branded clothing. You have got UPF 50, what you're wearing, the weave is thick enough and tight enough that you're not going to get sun damage. But when it's hot outside, you don't want to wear that. So that's where sun protective clothing comes in, like really lightweight, really soft. It feels kind of like a second skin. Like I said, I grew up in Arizona and I've spent the last 27 years in California. So I'm pretty much always dealing with the heat. And yeah, I wanted to come up with a product that felt cool to the touch and nice on the skin, so that I could avoid some of that heat.
I'm listening. I'm just waiting for her to be on Shark Tank. I just feel this need to have her on Shark Tank.
Yeah, I see that.
What about your business makes you the most happy?
Happy customers. There's something so satisfying about a happy customer. It's just like fills my heart that I made something that someone else likes and loves and wears. It really, really makes me happy.
Have you just ever been out and around and saw some of your clothing just on somebody?
Not yet, but I cannot wait for that.
Oh my God.
I'm so looking for that moment.
I can't. I want to see a video of her just geeking out. Oh my God, I did that! Yeah, her voice will go up like 3 octaves.
You already know me so well. That's exactly what would happen.
I'm just picturing myself what I would do.
I would probably jump up and down and maybe cry a little bit.
In the promo business, we do a lot of logoed stuff, and I have seen just out about things that I did, like, oh yeah, it's really cool.
It's satisfying, right? I bet it's very gratifying.
Yep. Years ago, we did things for the LA County coroner for they used to have a gift store, and I would see things around all the time, and it was so much fun. I hope this happens for you really fast and really soon.
Thank you so much.
So we're gonna have to make this happen somehow, because I just want to see it happen. What did you learn in nursery school that has helped you in your business?
Oh, I think so many things. So many things about, I said in my responses to you, get messy, have fun. Picasso was 5 years old once too. And I really had to learn that because in my family, in my nuclear family, my sister was the creative one. And I just got really good at spelling and math, And then I learned later in life that I was creative too. And that it was okay if I didn't know how to draw or paint. I could just be creative in my own way. And so that's how I figured out my designs, was literally on my floor of my living room with a sheet and scissors and tape. And, I wasn't beyond a staple to try to get these things to stick. You know what I mean? I couldn't sew when I first started my designs. I had to learn how to sew. So just have fun and figure out the thing, what is the shape you want? Start there. What is the size you want? Start there. I just had to start with what I had, which was very, very little. And then everything else comes into place so that people can help, do the thing that you're actually going to sell.
Definitely. So we're recording this in December, and I can see it now. She's going to be watching Scrooged, and the line will come up. Have you tried Staples?
Yes, she has.
And duct tape too. Leave me alone.
Honestly, so I have a fastener in my hoodies that is a magnet that goes under the chin because I couldn't figure out how to make a button or a snap work in the fabric I was using because it's so lightweight and so delicate. So I figured out how to stick a magnet in there. So when I say use anything.
Well, but that makes sense. It's clothing that's going to be out in the sun, and a lightweight magnet would just be perfect.
It worked.
Excellent. Oh,
it really is great. And it was, I guess I had to, figure it out.
Oh.
Say yes, figure it out later.
So I read your number one fantasy lead. I have another one that I'm going to coach you on after I ask you. What's the number one fantasy lead you could receive? And this is the number one answer we get, by the way.
I know I'm not special and unique in wanting to be Oprah's best friend. I do understand that.
You're special.
Still, I fantasize. You said fantasy. Let me fantasize.
See, I think the number one fantasy lead for you should be, I want to meet the purchasing agents for a couple of cruise ship lines.
Do you know that I am hot on the trail of that exact thing? I completely concur.
Yeah,
but if you know anyone, I'm still on the trail.
I just start to think of that. I also have a couple of other ideas we'll talk about afterwards. And how did you know, you had said you didn't have a cancer scare. How did you know this was going to be the thing for you? Okay, so we had a little glitch. We're going to keep going.
Yeah, we should be okay.
Coolness. Our internet dropped. If you're watching, you didn't see a thing. It wasn't you. It's just our internet. Thank you so very much. Internet. Fill in the name of the company. So how did you know this was going to be your calling? I mean, I would have guessed there was some sort of scare in your family.
Calling is a tricky word. I will say I was called. I could be called for other things, and I do other things, but it was just one of those ideas I couldn't shake. And one day I was doing something relaxing, getting my nails, and I don't know what, and I just heard this voice say, "Go do the thing, Christy. Go do the thing now." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go do the thing now." So I go.
So clearly, you need to meet your joint venture partners. I think we just froze again.
Looks that way.
It's going to drop and come back. Okay, we'll try again. We're in the middle. We're going to get through this. Okay. For joint ventures, who do you want to be connected with?
Joint ventures. I think
Like-
well, I will tell you the single most successful day or week of my business so far was when a very well liked and trusted dermatologist wore one of my hoodies and did an episode on sun protective clothing that she loved. So I would say other dermatologists like her are really fantastic partners and collaborators for a company like mine.
Okay. I start to think of all the different places we need to send her.
For sure.
So now, is there an offer that you want to give to our listeners that's going to incentivize them to reach out to you and go to the website?
You know, there is a 15% code on my website if you sign up for my newsletter, soleilsunwear.com. And I'm going to offer something special just for your listeners. So for Yuloff 20, I will give you 20% off as long as you will also allow me to add you to my newsletter list, which I don't send that many of, just so you know, I'm not going to spam you. But Yuloff 20 is 20% off anything on the site.
Very cool.
Thank you.
And that'll be in the notes as well. Well,
Absolutely.
this has been fun. Congratulations. Look at that. 7 minutes, 21 seconds exactly.
Oh, did we do it? Or do we need to reshoot
Oh,
anything?
sure we did. No, we
Okay.
did.
Okay. Thank you so
Every
much.
guest absolutely believes that. That was amazing.
Go connect with Christy at Soleil Sunwear. Of course, that will be in the show notes.
Yep.
And make sure that you connect with us at howtogettherefaster.com.
Yep, you can sign up for your free 30-minute success call. We can talk about how fair your skin is and which of Christy's clothing will work the best for you, or we can talk about how to make your business more successful. Again, that's howtogettherefaster.com for your free 30-minute get your business focused call.
And if you would like to be on the Marketing Checklist Viewcast as well, make sure that you let us know when you go sign up at howtogettherefaster.com.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Remember, if everything happens for a reason,
Be the reason things happen.